Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Mike Atherton, and joining me for what should be an exciting contest is Mel Jones. Ali Mi.
Well, they're going to have a bowl. Not too surprising given the conditions.
Has the privilege of bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them.
Immediately underway with some runs.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep. No.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Catch it!
Fall through the offside. Easy as you like.
A little bit short, not horribly short. Moves the feet well and the hands even better.
Perfectly timed.
Yep.
That was pure elegance. Right out of the textbook, that shot.
Yeah.
Middle that one. Great timing.
A brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for six.
Brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Ahmed, the left-arm medium-fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end. Solid defence, very compact.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Wait on. Yes. No.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yeah. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Nokia from the north end. That's 4. No one at third man to stop him.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Got it away for 4. Backward of point very nicely.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Thought about a single, decided against it, and probably for the better.
Yep.
Great shot. At least 1
Keep
on
out.
offer.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Nice shot. Runs possible. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Right on. Yes.
Time that perfectly.
Just perfection amid... Majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler.
Good return, back from the deep. That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive. The left arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Wait. Yeah.
Finds the fielder with that shot. There's trouble here.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Waiting.
Right in the slot. Probably hit it too hard. Crunched it straight to the fielder.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Right there. Yep. No.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yes.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait.
Caught.
Yeah!
One of the easiest catches you'll see.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Yes.
Worked it onto the leg side and got some easy runs.
Super piece of timing.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and then find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
Yep. Yeah.
Came off the pad and good running to get 2.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the restrictions are lifted. The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yep. Yep.
Patel ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Yeah, yeah.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep. Keeper's end. Yes. Yep, yep. No!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Yes.
Straight to the fielder.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
Waiting. Yes. No, no!
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yeah, yeah.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Wait.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
It was just a little bit wide, well picked up and guided nicely down towards third.
Yes.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowler. Yes. No, no.
A direct hit, and this could be gone.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. The cop is quick to review this. It'll be interesting to see the outcome of this.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Pitching in line, just a case now on if it's hitting the stumps. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. This game can be so cruel for the batters. A millimetre in any direction and they'd still be there. Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
At number 4.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Nicely played.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Yes.
That's out.
Yeah!
Caught.
A trudge back to the pavilion, a disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
No.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. Misses. How did that not hit?
End of the 11th over. The batting side are now on 110 for 3.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Wait there. Yep.
That's
Keeper.
great fielding. That ball was flying.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up. Let the ball do all the work, really, to ease it down towards third.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Wait.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Keeper.
Whipped away nicely through the leg side. Elegant as ever and picking up good runs.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Right out of the middle.
Had to clear the front leg in order to get under the ball and did brilliantly to hit it straight back over the bowler's head.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Keeper!
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
No.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Just about timed that perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Yep.
Can't get that outside
Yep.
the ring field.
No.
This should be close.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep. Yep. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yep.
End of the over. The batting side are now on
Marsh from the north end.
for 3.
Nice shot.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
Yep.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
And that brings us to half-century.
Hard to stop them in this sort of form. It's a half century and they've blazed them to all corners so far.
Yep.
That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone. Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
It's another wicket, the fourth now. Sometimes you just accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Yeah.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for one.
Brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Nokia back on now.
Yep. Yes, keep up.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Yep.
Loud appeal.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here. Drives and misses everything. Chance.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait there.
Needs to be on target.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Super piece of timing.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle. It raced to the boundary.
Good bit of timing there.
Yeah.
That was a massive shot. Middled and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Yep.
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yep.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe. A couple on offer here. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
A good way to push up the run rate. They'll be 50 in no time with shots like that.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Ahmed, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Yeah.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That is an amazing half century, just mammoth stroke making. An impressive stint at the crease so far.
Big shout.
Yeah.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery. This could be out. Could that be out? Looks so.
Not a bad innings. Really was starting to get the runs flowing, but cut short. Important wicket to get at this stage of the match.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Timed that brilliantly.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Wow, that's missed the lot. Gone, played all around it.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and we want to show everyone their strength. And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep. Cuts that off well in the infield. Wood takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Ahmed to bowl the last over. Hit that hard, nailed it.
There was a bit of width on that and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
they'll get at least one. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Hart didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Yep.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Misses everything. Massive chance. Trouble. Oh, gone.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
And that's the end of the innings. The Capitals have been set a target of 240 runs. Big appeal. And out, straightforward catch by the wicket-keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Brook ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes.
Big edge.
Keeper.
Brook gets off the mark.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. Got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep.
Super shot that.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
That's the over. Capitals are 8 for 1. Ulhak, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Yep.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Poor ball all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides. They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery. but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe. That's a great take. Needed a big stretch to prevent any runs.
Right, yep.
Mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Yes.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Warner shakes their head. Was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
The Capitals weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Yes.
Right out of the middle.
Those types of deliveries, if you make the most of them, the bowler will feel the pressure.
Brook has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, thick edge.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
Keeper's ball.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well, very late in playing the shot.
Wait.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap. Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early. 7 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 36 for 1. Edge. Amazing delivery. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on
Good
offer.
ball.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yes.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Ulhak shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yes.
Massive edge.
Keeper.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Well, Hart with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
11 runs added there. The Capitals are 47 for 1. Punch behind point all the way to the boundary.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Wait.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Wait.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Waiting.
End of the over. The Capitals are 58 for 1. Ulhat from the south end.
Wait.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait. Yes.
Nicely played.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
Wait.
What a catch.
That was a blistering knock right on top of the bowling. Tried once too many times. The show ends, but they'll receive a warm reception from the crowd.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Whipped away nicely through the leg side. Elegant as ever, and picking up good runs. A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 65 for 2. The captain can push this field a bit deeper now. 3 more players able to go outside the circle.
Yes.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
Through the hands at it. Got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Yes.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 75 for 2. Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Keep up.
A couple on offer here.
Wait on it. Yep.
Winning. Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Catch it.
Good shot, a beauty.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. Great work behind the stumps. Save some runs with that dive.
Waiting.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Some adjustments to the field.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Short and wide. Did well to... Get some bat on that. A few moves made in the field. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Yep.
Edge, what a ball. Comfortable single if they take it.
It might be worth getting the runs while you can, especially when they're there for the taking.
They'd look for a couple here.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 102 for 2.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Edge, unplayable.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary. Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yes.
Super catch.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
Doesn't beat the infield. Khan ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Right there.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it. Finds the edge.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. Got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Waiting. Waiting. Yep.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Waiting.
No interest in that one from the batter. Wood will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Waiting. Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it. That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Waiting.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
End of the over. 16 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 130 for 3.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Waiting.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. 10 runs added there. The Capitals 140 for 3. Thick edge. Couldn't get it through the field. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Oh, there you go, a no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Stoinis will be disappointed with that previous delivery. Not up to their normal standards.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Really good shot there.
Yep.
That's the over. The Capitals, 149 for 3. Wood from the north end. Couldn't have played that any better.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Right out of the middle.
Those ones bring up the 50 partnership between
Great work from these two. Really strong batting. They've looked really comfortable. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
This is a great wicket to take. Just looked to be building a solid innings and at a really good run rate. Perfect time to take a wicket.
Marsh is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Ten runs added in that over. The Capitals, 159 for 4. Going with spin now.
Farmer is coming into the attack.
Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Misses!
Oh, well
How did
bowled.
that not hit?
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Times it nicely.
Marsh gets off the mark.
confident appeal. Could it be?
Yeah, mate.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it. A couple on offer here.
Yep.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Khan, the left-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Beaten on the drive.
Yes, nice bowling.
Khan shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
That's off the middle of the bat.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Yep.
That is a gorgeous shot, straight through the covers.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Catch it.
That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone.
Yeah.
Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
Yeah, mate.
Super shot, that.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Nicely played.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
Yes.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
Those types of deliveries, if you make the most of them, the bowler will feel the pressure.
Misses everything.
Oh, well
Marsh
done.
will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Massive edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Over. The Capitals are 198 for 5. Good shot. A beauty.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Huge edge. No, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Catch.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
Cuts that off well in the infield. That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
Avoided the fielders, one bouncing four, fantastic shot.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 209 to 5. Too full. Got what it deserved.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Big edge.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Nice shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four, driven away nicely.
Drives and misses everything.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning. That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Finds the edge. Gone. It's a good catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many. This could...